Hey, Jarrett Lau here with Boston HOA Management. In today's video, I'm going to be covering how to run a HOA or condo association election. First and foremost, you're going to have to try to determine who wants to run in the election. Even before that though, you're going to determine what seats are open. In every condo association, you're going to typically follow your bylaws, make a determination on if all trustees are changing over, which usually isn't highly suggested because you want to have some sort of continuity, or if you're going to have one seat expiring every single year, and typically you're going to have a rotating expiration of 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, and if you have 5 board members, maybe it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What will end up happening at this point is once you determine what seats are going to be turning over, you're going to know how many seats need to go up for election. Of course, you're going to ask any current expiring board members to see if they want to run again. Then you're going to send out a typical email or even paper form out to all the other unit owners, offering them the opportunity to be able to actually be elected as well. What happens is that they'll typically fill out a form stating, yes, I want to be nominated for it, and here's the reason why I should be able to be nominated or elected. What then ends up happening is that you're going to collect all of those information and nominations, and you're then going to be able to present it out to all the other unit owners. So they get an opportunity prior to the annual meeting or special meeting, if it's necessary, if someone steps down midterm, to be able to see who's going to be nominated and who wants to actually be running for this position. Once you have all the unit owners having this information, determining who is actually going to be running in the election, you're going to actually hold that election either at that annual meeting or that special meeting. You are going to need quorum, and that quorum is a requirement based upon condo docs of typically the majority of the unit owners. And if it's not the unit owners, it's based upon the ownership percentage of how big their unit is in the building. So again, 51% or more of the building is the very standard percentage that you're going to see. Once you have that at the meeting, you can then run that election. And that election can be done in different ways. You can do a paper form, right? You can do an electronic form if you're not going to be in person, and you can send it out for be able to take that vote. And at the end of the day, as long as you have that quorum, you're going to be able to make a determination on who won that election based upon the most amount of votes. Once you actually have that vote cleared, you're going to announce that to everybody, double check your numbers obviously. And then what ends up happening is that to properly, have this person on the board, you're going to have a couple forms that are going to be filled out. One of those forms is a resignation of the current expiring board member, unless it's the same person, and then you're going to have a notice of acceptance as well for the new board member. And this should be signed, notarized, and then recorded with your local registry. And that's the steps that you're going to take should you want to run in an election for a trustee seat. And if you or anyone else you know is looking for a proactive property manager to help guide you through running an election or just managing your condo association, please think of Boston HOA Management, where you get more than a property manager, you get peace of mind.